Whew. Well, hello, everybody. YouTubers, Earthlings, whatever you call yourself. Just having a bit of lunch. Some smoked oysters. We're good. Hello, welcome. This is a chat about a live stream chat. Just drinking some sparkling water beverage. Indiana Funny Farm. Hello, hello, hello. I've watched some of your videos. Cheers. Thanks for dropping by. Wow. Wow. Thanks for the thumbs up, too. Yep. A lot of cool channels on YouTube, eh? Beautiful sunny day today, 21 Celsius. Cheers. Oh, wow. New macaw potatoes from Nia Bay. Spanish came up here a couple hundred years ago. Traded potatoes from Peru to the indigenous population, and it survived from here to Haida Gwaii, these new potatoes. And they're delicious. Really dense potato, hey? And here's a smoked oyster. Very good. Delicious. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, stop sign. Use them. Very important. Just a chit chat on a Sunday. Nothing important. Cheers. Oh, been taking it easy since I come back from the wilds. It's a bit rough on you. It's cold by the water. Thanks for the thumbs up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm chowing down on homemade beans, smoked oysters, and macaw potatoes. Very rare. Those potatoes are really rare. They're so dense and delicious. Oh, Sunday. Hey, Brad, how's it going? Happy Sunday, man. It's probably 6 o'clock where you are. Smoked oysters. Hmm? Hmm. Stop sign chat. When I get home, I'm cooking a garden dinner. Smart. My potatoes came out of the garden this morning, and I shared some with people I know. I have some homemade baked beans and some smoked oysters. Yeah, everything's fine, man. Hope all's well with you and Jen. Hey, my hobby Flora's here. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. I'm well. My hobby Flora. Hmm. Pretty warm here today. It's 21 Celsius. Feels more like 30 with the humidity. It's a lot of humidity. It rained a couple days ago a little bit. Oh, excuse me. My apples are almost ready, and my experimental apples that I grew from a seed. It was 2-3 weeks out. And I'll be eating apples. It was a type of Johnny Gold. I found it growing wild, so I got lucky. I grew one. 27. When it hits 40 Celsius, make sure you go underground. 45, 50. Sorry, I can't stay long. My place is still dark and I'm sleepy. B. Okay. Have a good day, you as well, my hobby, Flora. Cheers. Mm. Mm. Thanks for the thumbs up. When it gets too hot above ground, go underground. It's much cooler. I watched this kid in Russia. He lives in Yakutia, like Siberian type. Him and his parents, his brother, have blocks of ice in a cellar. So he's sitting in there on a good time, sitting in a lawn chair, blocks and blocks of ice and frozen fish and meat. Quite an idyllic life. I'm going to air layer some clones of the fig pretty quick. It's nice and cool in the evening. I just need 5 or 6 of each one I got. Shouldn't take too long. It's hard to believe I've been on here for 10 minutes already. I sat down to eat some dinner. Well, it's not really dinner. Dinner's like at 6:37 tonight, and I'm having spotted prawn. Should be pretty good. And dilly potatoes. My own dill, my own potatoes, my own prawns. See you, Brad. Oh, guess what? Oh, hi, Pat. Oh, hello, Shawnee. Van is fixed. Oh, good. I was wondering about that. Just trying my smoked oysters. I'm glad you're here. I have to show you these macaw potatoes. Extremely rare. And I've been growing them for about 3 years, but I'll get them. I'll show them to you. I'll be right back. Check this out. Van is fixed. That's pretty good. Macaw potato. So I got to see the garden. Nice. These are macaws. Yeah, but these are rare. They're macaw potato from Nia Bay. And then I have other ones from Haida Gwaii. And the Spanish, when they came up from Peru, they traded the potatoes here to the local natives. And the natives planted them, and they survived today. And these are my favorite potatoes. They're dense, crunchy. It's beautiful. They're called macaw. Yeah. So I have some homemade baked beans, smoked oysters, and fried macaw potatoes. And a buble. No sugar. It's a peach, pineapple, mango. There's absolutely no sugar in it, but it goes nice with the food. I planted 8 new figs yesterday. I had some guys help me, took out some trees along here, and just planted figs. All different kind. Yep. I didn't have to pay for them. I made them. It's easier than buying them. They're about, it could be $79 to about $100 for fruit tree, or more in some cases. But I put in 8. And I already have like tons of them here anyway, but there were some old plum trees that were not doing anything anymore, so they had to go. Looks really cool. I'll make a video. I can pick ripe tomatoes now. They're just like cherry tomatoes and a little bigger. So that's pretty cool. I've been eating cucumbers, zucchini, Yeah, I can pick cherry tomatoes right now. Like just like one, two, or three on each bush. Not a lot yet. Hey, wild edibles. I'm harvesting onions. Garlic's pretty much over except the hardneck garlic. That takes like till the end of August to finish up because that's you can grow soft neck here really easy, but growing hardneck here is not as easy. We've had green beans, kale, chard. It's all pretty good. Green beans. I like green beans. I've been eating also fava beans. Hey, you made it. You're not at a stop sign, are you? And wild edibles, my green onions look very yummy. Yeah, oh, you put them on at the end of the meal, right? So that way you get the vitamin C and the sulfur. The sulfur in there is really good for you. Howie, I did harvest my fava beans. Very yummy. Oh, they're delicious and really healthy for you. High protein, high fiber. You know, I'm getting cherry tomatoes. Nice, Indiana Funny Farm. I'm not getting tomatoes yet. My neighbor might have one or two, but I don't have any. But she knows what she's doing. Yeah. Yeah. Done supper. Here you go, Wild. These are macaw potatoes. Now, they're somewhat rare, and they're really super dense. Eh? And they taste so good. Really dense. Hey, Uncle Al's here. Welcome, 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 Uncle Al. Good to see you, Uncle Al. Cheers to Uncle Al. Oh, I had a good time out in the wilds. It's full blown berry season out there. I had potatoes come up on their own again and put more in. Yeah, I when I dug out the macaws today, there was like massive bunches of them, like 30, 40, 50 potatoes in a bunch. So what I did is I gave some to a friend that was visiting. I ate a bunch already, and then I have this bunch, and I have about 30 more to plant just from that pile. And the macaws multiply like you wouldn't believe, like exponentially. It's very exciting. So good to see everyone in here. I'm washing dishes. Yeah, I did that earlier today. Weeds chest high, two of them anyway, and a couple shorter ones. Nice salmon and potato dinner. I have that often. Right. Often because it's salmon season here, and the salmon there's lots of them. A lot of them you can't take though. Had to let a lot of go. I didn't even bother filming it because I had to let go. I was disturbed. Yeah. So yeah. Hi, Indiana. Yep, Indiana Funny Farms here. Oh, that was delicious. Yeah, I'm all ready to go back and plant some more trees. I've been reclaiming the land here, little bit by little bit, and removing things I don't want because they're not doing anything for me. I mean, after 2 or 3 years, and they're not giving you any fruit or something like that, the wood goes to the biochar if I don't want it, and there's many ways that you can make your biochar if you want to. Condense it in a drum and take all the gases out, and then it's just crumbly. I mean, go for it. I don't do that, but I have organic professional farmer pals that do that, and they float it up with branches, and then they light a fire, but it just smolders in there until all the gas has left, and that's biochar. Now that's a lot of work. I'm not interested. I like being ergonomic, and I have had no difference in just lighting a fire on the ground and burning the wood for an hour, 2 or 3 hours, however much wood ash you want. And you take that biochar and just a fire on the ground, you put it, all the biochar, you hit it with a hose just before it turns to ash. This is how I do it. I mean, some people can say, well, it's got this in it, it's got that in it. Well, I don't seem to have a problem growing anything. So this is it. This is the easy way to make biochar. Just put a big pile of wood there and catch it on fire and keep it going. So you build up a lot of wood ash. You want to load the wood ash into the biochar. So you get a metal wheelbarrow and you load that with biochar. Then you shovel in a few shovels of wood ash. Then you put it in water into that, right? That's what I do. And then you can leave it for like up to a week. Week's probably better. And it kind of, it ferments in there. So a lot of microbe action starts happening. And then you can put that onto your land. It's not going to hurt nothing. That's how I do it. I mean, you can do it the hard way or you can do it the easy way. I prefer the easy way. But yeah. So I cleared some small, like a hazelnut tree that was starting to, on one side, one arm, and that had to go, pretty big arm like that, about 25 feet. And then some plum tree had to go because it was just sitting there doing nothing and I have like 3 more like that, but bigger ones. And I mean, it's great that I get grapes out of it. Like that's the only thing I'm going to miss there is all the grapes, a lot of grape production. But it grew so many grapes last year, it cracked. It pulled down like the spar that come up. So I've decided that my friend is going to come with his saw and just take it down. I'll have to see the house for this other house next door for probably 2 or 3 years, but it just interrupts the view, the pleasantry of seeing forest instead of some stucco panel board house. It's just aesthetically pleasing, but there's a lot to do with the biochar. You save the wood unless you have access to wood. You try to use hardwoods, not softwoods. Don't use evergreen or something like that. There's a couple other trees you don't use either, but mostly alder, Lombardy poplar, maple, apple, that kind of thing. That can all make biochar. But if when you're making biochar, there's many ways to do it, but the only easy way is what I do. And I just have a fire on the ground. And then the last time I put on, like, say I've been putting wood on for like 4 or 5, 6 hours, whatever. Last time I put it on, I let it burn for an hour or so. And when you still see the big chunks of charcoal or biochar in there, you hit it with water and put it out. And then you take that and put it in a wheelbarrow, and you can pick up and down the mallet and crush it if you want, because I have several applications of that. And my neighbor recently, she's like, I can't believe I don't have any slugs anymore. I said, well, it was the second year of me putting down wood ash and biochar, and you won't get any. And she's like, I don't even have bugs eating, leaf miners, nothing. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And it's wood ash and biochar. It's rough. So the click beetle and wireworm, they don't like it. It wears a hole in them. I have one weed that has rolled leaves more than a few. Yeah, I have a couple of mutants myself. And I did pull out one, but I have 2 left. And it just went all weird. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I shouldn't have pulled it, but hey, here, 104 Fahrenheit. Wow. Wildfires and monsoon here. Wow, Uncle Al. Like walnut. Yeah, you don't want to use walnut or Portuguese laurel or, monkey trees or anything like that, because it's so high in tannins. that it wouldn't be. You want to stick to hardwoods, and not evergreen hardwoods either, but ones that are deciduous that lose their leaves. And when you make biochar, I mean, make a big pile of it, and don't be scared of putting that stuff down. I mean, you hear people put out all kinds of fear on it, and my I never did anything like that. I just learned it from my grandfather, right? This is what you do. You burn all the old canes, the raspberry canes, and you burn all the old wood. And then that gets sprinkled through the soil. Today I dug potatoes, 2 little spots like that, and I have a lot of potatoes. I should make a video of that. Lots of times you don't have time to make a video. Monsoon north of me, wildfire south of me. Geez, take it easy, huh? How's that concussion? You fell off that horse. Take it easy, man. Take it really easy. Yeah. But biochar is the best thing you ever do. You do the Mayan technique, and they put their waste product onto the ground, dug it in, threw on some biochar and wood ash. They never had a problem growing anything. So when you start doing monoculture, or you're importing soil or something like that, you end up with bugs or problems like with Roundup in the soil you buy. It's all these complicated problems. So what I do is I just make my own soil. I don't bother with any nonsense. It just doesn't make ergonomic sense to go and do something that's not going to be productive. Like, I won't grow somewhere without wood ash or biochar. I just won't do it. But see, what I do is I make my pathway soil bank biochar. So I'm constantly adding biochar, and I keep a couple wheelbarrows just for that, because I want it to work. So the biochar is right full of holes inside, so that fills up with water and wood ash. And those little holes are like, it'll be all through the soil, and some even on top. I should do a video too. I should to explain it more. But making biochar and wood ash saves you a lot from bugs and bird feeders. Like if you've got like gypsy moths or some kind of problem with caterpillars and that, make sure you got lots of bird feeders going. And the birds here, they don't bother my blueberries. They don't bother my raspberries. They don't bother the apples. Now, if it's on the ground, they'll eat it, like robins and stuff, but they don't bother it. I see people with netting all over it. I'm like, must be because of their area or something. But here it's we have a lot of hawks. I make owl houses. I made a lot of bird houses over the years. I want them birds here. I want them eating bugs. And the little lizards, this one lady, she's all right in the head. She was killing the little lizards. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, well, I don't like them. I'm like, well, you don't kill them. I mean, shit. So I after explaining to her that the little lizards eat mosquitoes and stuff like that, she kind of got it a little bit, but she doesn't want them there. And this morning she was screaming at my pet crow. I have these 2 mom and dad crows, raised 3 other crows, and they come here. They come right to me every morning. Anyway, they went over onto her house and were squawking, and she starts saying the GD words, and I said, well, that's a problem. She's like, these crows, they're a nuisance. They wake me up, blah, 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 blah. Hey, drunken one, good to see you. And so Sparky, So then, so what I did is I took a cup of dog food and went down the street and the crows followed me because the secret garden lady used to feed them dog food. So if you have dog food and you shake it in a cup, they all follow you. So I went down to this guy's house I don't like at all. So I threw all the dog food out on the street in front of his house. So they all left the old lady that I like, went over to the guy that's nasty and mean. It was fun. Yeah, up to no good, I suppose. Hey, long time no see there, Sparky. Dragonflies are great for mosquitoes. Yeah, yeah, they are. And you know what? Hummingbirds eat no-see-ums and feed no-see-ums to their babies. Yeah, I didn't know. I actually watched it, and I'm like, "Oh, this is cool." It was quite a while ago, but it was fun. Be careful, Uncle Al. Still rocking my head. Hit the cattle gate last week. Fell off the horse. I know. I watched that video. Monsoon North. Yeah, take it easy, Uncle Al. Uncle Al saying hi to Wild. But yeah. I've been busy here. I do a couple hours work a day, and then I read books, and then clean house a little bit, do my laundry, that kind of thing. But this evening I'm making I don't know, 5 or 6 fig clones because I've been planting. I planted 8, and I have 12 figs altogether to plant. So I have 4 more, but I'm too tired tonight to do it. I could only do a couple hours work before I have to go sit down. Yeah, not even a couple hours work, an hour, and I'm like hard to breathe. Hey, I got that CPAP machine and oxygen concentrator. And yeah, I'm not getting enough oxygen. I better call my respirologist tomorrow. I noticed that he was on the phone lots, about 5 times, but I wasn't here. Family took me away fishing. That was nice of them. So yeah, and then my family, the one guy, he bought lobster and crab for everybody. I was just like, oh my god, no, it's not cheap. And so I bought lobster and crab when I got back, with my birthday money. Yeah, Sparky's here. Long time no see. Keisha, stay blessed. Happy Sunday to you and the chat. You as well, Keisha. Having triple-digit heat this week. Be careful, Uncle Al. If it gets too hot, like above ground, like 3 years ago in India, it got so hot that people's lungs popped. And 150,000 people died in just 48 hours from the heat. Just saying. It's true. You can Google it. I remember it. And yeah, but it's people that didn't have air conditioning and stuff, but it went up past 50. And that's pretty hot. And it stayed like that for a couple of days. So anyway, go underground if it's too hot above ground, right? It's way cooler. My friend in Yakutia in Russia there, this kid was sitting in the cellar in his chair drinking wild berry yogurt shakes, and he's sitting there. Oh, it is pretty hot there right now. It's well over 30, 35, even a high is 40. That's pretty hot, right? But he was underground in the cellar, and he looked fresh as can be. I was like, that's smart. I got a little bit of a bunker going. Well, actually, a good size one. Downstairs there, it's like a locker room, but it's got cement wall. That crow trick is hilarious. Yeah, well, there's a few other things I've done too. Hi, Keisha. I got a ice unit for my CPAP. Yeah, that helps. That helps. Having triple, yeah, that's not good. So if it gets too hot above ground, definitely go underground or in the basement, but definitely go deep underground. It'll be cool. Just saying. Right? Not recently, but a little while ago, I watched this 90-plus-year-old lady. She was in a war zone. And there was people that were, there was bad, and kids were crying. So she grabbed a few of the kids and left the war zone outside like the little town village thing and hiked out to a southern position where she knew it was a spring, and she dug a cave It only took her 2 days, not even. She had a pipe in there and a clay oven, and she was lighting it. She had the kids reading and writing and learning. And then she rounded up some goats and chickens. I'm like, he doesn't get any better than this, dude. 10 to 15 feet underground is 55 Fahrenheit. Yep, absolutely correct. That's nice and cool. Hey, it's not like it's 95 or 105. It's nice and cool. And then if you got blocks of ice and you're that 10, 15 feet underground, it's not going to melt anytime soon. Especially if you wrap it too. If you wrap ice, hey, it lasts a lot longer. I know it would last longer in coolers and stuff too, but if you just wrap it with like a cloth, or sheets or blankets, believe it or not, it stay cold. Sawdust. I remember when I was a kid, we were pulling ice chunks out of where the sawdust was. Like you just dig like a cave and load it up in the wintertime with ice. Yeah. It's all in how you have concept of observation in your environment and an emergency, like if it's too hot. And that's probably what's going to happen. Hey, Marty. Good to see you, Marty. Hello. Long time no chat. Yeah, good to see you, Marty. Marty goes world traveling, cool channel. Yeah, down the Wabbit hole. Yeah. I think the last one I watched, you were in Spain, and the one before that, I think it was in Italy or something. Those are great that you're out doing that. Home for the summer now. Oh, good. Pretty cool that you travel with your family and you have a good time. That's awesome. I recently did some traveling to the wilds of British Columbia. Thank you. We love it. Oh, I bet you travel the world. We're just having chit chat about anything and everything. And the topic at the moment is if it's too hot above ground, Marty, go down in a cellar or go 10 or 15 feet down. It'll be 55 Fahrenheit or, probably 15 Celsius or something like that. Hey, like really cool down there. It doesn't take long. Like weather change, like one of those turf houses in Iceland. That's it. That's exactly it. What happens when a bear, he goes in a cave, fox, wolf, tiger, rabbit, he goes underground, mice, marsupials, they all go underground. It's because of safety. And only one way into your cave. Like I watched that old lady, and she was looking after the kids, and pretty quick she had a garden going, making soil. I was just like, yeah. Unfortunately, she was moved along by, people that had no couth or scruple. We have ice caves in the foothills from 1895. Stored winter ice blocks there. Yeah, smart. Very smart, Uncle Al. Hey, Dwayne Wodka. Hello, Howie and everyone. And Marty is saying hi to Dwayne. Yeah. So yeah, something to remember is to be cautious with the heat. And, a nice cool spring somewhere, a deep spring will have clean water, hey? Where I am, it does. I have several springs here that pop up along the peninsula, and it comes underneath the ocean, the ground, and then the ocean from the Olympic mountain range, and it pops up here. That's how much water is underneath the ground here. There's a lot of water underground. It's neat to see how animals burrow into the ground. Yeah, well, that's safety, and that's cool, right? It's only one way in. You only got to worry about what's coming that way. Yeah. And later, Howie and folks got to miss the cows. Uncle Al, take it easy, buddy. You fell off that horse, man. Just take it easy. Get them nephews to do some work. Just go easy, buddy. We had so much rain here in Alberta this spring. This week has been warm finally. Yeah, I got that. I saw that and friends of mine live there and family. They told me that too. It's looking pretty sweet there. Here it's off and on. It's mostly pretty good weather. We had well water on the farm in Alberta. The water was so clean and fresh. Yeah. Well, since then they've, done a lot of fracking and oil drilling, so it might not be so clean and fresh. It's hard to get clean fresh water. It's not contaminated with, toxins and stuff, mine tailings. But a deep spring, a deep freshwater spring is the way to go. My parents still use well water on their farm. Smart. There's only a couple things that can go wrong, and you can clean it up pretty good, the water, softeners and stuff like that. Pretty good. Time do we have? We've been on here 40 minutes. I'll go for another 20. Seeing there's cool people here. But I've been putting up a lot of videos on different seafood dinners. And tonight I'm having prawns with potatoes. I'll pop up another vid. People seem to like looking at it. There's a spring from the area where I'm originally from. Nice. Shawnee Groves. Good to see you, Shawnee Groves. Yeah. But I'm already looking at fall plantings here right now, and it's only July, but I'm looking at starting some cabbage and cauliflower and broccoli and stuff. And I've cleared the row. Every day I do a little bit at it because I can't really go for a whole day or anything like that. But the seafood you had looks quite good. Yeah, oh yes, fresh, it's alive. Hey, Herr Siegfried. Hello, showing you my love and support all the way out from Frankfurt, Germany. I went and looked at your channel. It's pretty cool. Hello to everyone else in the chat. Yeah, hello. Yeah, good to see you. Welcome. And just chat about general life and dynamics and stuff, what you might think about knowing before something goes wrong or goes right. Good for having me as well. Oh, you're welcome. Good to see you here. Yeah. I noticed you came in about a week ago, and that's where I found your channel. Hello, Wild Edibles. How are you? Yep. Wild's here. Pretty cool. A lot of knowledge on foraging, gardening, and general life skills. I would like to try morel mushrooms. Oh, they're delicious. Yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah, I watched you in your videos. You're working out, kicking, and I was like, yeah, that's it, man. You did some good videos there. You're doing good. I've seen you over at Tommy and Angel's place a couple times. Looks like I might be traveling that way. I have to find out on August 15th. It would be the last day I'd be fishing. And I'm going to see family there. I have family there. Very helpful. I'm doing great. Yeah, nice. So I'm looking at it. It's a possibility I could be coming out that way. And I found out you're 4 hours from Hamilton. So that's where I'll be going, just to see family. Been hanging out with them a lot. Great company. Yeah, I noticed you went fishing and you guys caught fish. And what else you went for? You were doing foraging. That was really cool. And I like videos like that where you just go out and forage and have a good time. And doing good, taking a break from gardening. Oh, nice. I garden every day and love it. But I've put all my watermelon to rest today. I only have like a half a dozen good watermelon plants of different kinds. That was neat to do. And I got some more fig trees in the ground, and I'm making some more figs tonight. That was really easy. You just make a little ring and put a bag of substrate on it and put a zip tie on it. For me, it's 12:41. Whoa, here from me. It's Monday the 13th for me. Yeah, that's right, too. It would be a day ahead. That's a good thing to realize, yeah. It's 3:41 p.m. here in the Pacific Northwest of Canada, United States, Washington. That's where I live, is in the PNW. I share you out to my community. Oh, thank you kindly. You're very kind. And this is called the Pacific Northwest here, where I am on southern Vancouver Island, and it's 3:42 p.m. Thank you kindly. And it's 21 Celsius. Dwayne Watka, I really like the hazelnuts from the hazelnut bush, the ditch strawberries, the Saskatoon berries, and the other wild berries on the farm. Wild berries have such a great taste and are very healthy. Wow, yeah, I just went on massive berry picks, like some that I just eat the berries, and some I'll make a little jam for breakfast. And I can buy 15 pounds of blueberries right now for $50. That's what they're selling on the side of the road here for. I have some friends that live in Canada. Oh, good. And most Canadians are very polite. Saskatoons are one of my favorites. Yeah, I have one in Serviceberry in the row, my Korean boxwood. Yep. So I have that. But I had to take down a couple of small trees today. Well, they weren't that small, but they weren't doing anything. Sometimes you have to take the tree down. Mine too, yummy. Yeah, Saskatoons are great, hey? But I was eating Pacific trailberry. Looks like a blackberry, but they're not. They're Pacific trailberry. And males can grow like 100 yards to get to the female. So it's a little different than a blackberry bush that goes up and just drops down. It is 24 Celsius right now, but tomorrow and Tuesday it's going to be 28 Celsius. Yeah, I just remember underground, 10, 15 feet down, it'll be really cool. And when it gets too hot, like about 3 years ago there, maybe 4 now, it could be as much as 4 years ago, lose track of time. But in India, it got too hot, and 150,000 people died in 2 days in the heat. Right? Don't want that. Yeah, in Europe, we're having a bad heat wave. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. It was interesting. Go underground. I mean, if you got to survive, you got to survive. I was watching my friend's kid in Yakutia, and he was in the cellar with the blocks ice, sitting in his lawn chair, drinking yogurt slushies with some wild, probably cranberry or something, or bogberry, right? Like really, really hearty. They make their own yogurt from their own cow's milk right there. It was rustic, but it works, and they're healthy too. One of the pleasures in life is picking wild berries off the bush and eating them. Oh, I love it. I'm into that. I've been recently, the past 2-3 weeks, I've just been eating whatever I find: pink huckleberries, Pacific trailberry, thimbleberry, Saskatoon berries in the Pacific Northwest. There's tons of them, and very few people pick them, and they're delicious for you. Yeah, very good eating. Well, folks, it's a happy Sunday, and I must say farewell for now, but I want to get a couple more chores in, and watch out for videos. There's lots coming out. I was sitting and watching cruise ships come through the inside passage, and it was great fun. I'll be putting up a video of that. Shawnee Gross, thanks for being here. Wild Edibles. And Dwayne Walker, the cheers, everyone. Yes, you take it easy and eat whole foods. It's for healing. Yep. Down there, I should get to editing too. Been 10 days since. Yes, Marty. Let's see some good video. You always make great videos. I really like them. Yeah. And end stream now.